So here we see a representation of what your finished design will look like. And you can see, let me open the mat here, how this dotted line indicates where the mat window is going to lie. So what you need to do is provide an extra 1/4 inch on your design to prevent, just against mat cutting issues and things like that. Also, in the professional world, you always provide a little bit extra on your design because of when pages are cut. That's what the purpose of crop marks are. If you look on the corners, any one of these 4 corners, let's go to this upper right corner, you can see these 2 lines. Notice how they line up with that live area of the design, which I mentioned earlier, the area that the mat window is going to show. So what this demo is going to show you is just how to add those crop marks onto your design. So I'm going to remove this top part and show you underneath I have a board prepared. You can see on here, again, my original design edge, which I've written up here, is that inner line. So actually, I don't really need that inner line on my board because it's just another line I would have to erase because I'm going to be painting out to this outer line. So what I would do on here is I would say to transfer the 4 points, just put a little pressure in each of these corners. There was the top corner, now down to the bottom. And do this on all 4 corners. And once you have transferred those points and your design overall, you can remove the paper and the transfer paper. And you really only need to connect the outer points because that is where you will be painting to. The inner line will help you, the inner points will help you to align your design when you're transferring it, just like how we did right after we cut the mat window. That was how we placed our design on the board. So once you've connected these points, you need to add the crop marks. And that's why these little inner points are going to be very useful. So what you want to do is simply line up those 2 points and I'll put one over here on the left first. Notice how this indicates where the live, they call it the live area of the design is. You can see here how these 2 crop marks relate to that inner border, which shows, the original design. And so you want to do that in all 4 corners, and both horizontally and vertically. So there are 2 sets, and now we'll add the other 2. If you're an illustrator or a graphic designer, this is not going to be the last time you hear about crop marks for sure. They're very important things to be aware of, and you will definitely learn more about them as you continue in school. So it's a pretty simple process, but they are very important because they do show the live area of your design for if your work is ever reproduced. That's a very important thing to be aware of.